What up YouTube? It's your boy ABC Delicious. I'm back yet again with another video. So recently I saw the movie Bohemian Rhapsody with a bunch of friends in Taipei. Overall I thought it was a really good movie. It was very entertaining. Obviously not that old, I'm pretty old, but I'm not that old. So I'm familiar with the iconic songs of Queen and Freddie Mercury, but I don't really know any of the backstory, the origin or anything, so I thought this movie would be very interesting, so gain some knowledge. However, a lot of critics have given the movie some bad reviews, so obviously I was a little bit nervous to see the movie. And they talk about that there's some inaccuracies, some things that they played around with the movie that didn't happen in real life. I'm okay with that. That happens in Hollywood. Sometimes you have to kind of change a few things in the movie to make it more palpable or exciting for the audience. So I'm gonna give you some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, you can skip this video for now or come back after you've seen the movie. I think the biggest one is in the movie, Freddie Mercury tells the band that he's HIV positive before their Live Aid concert. Now I know, according to the interviews and in real life, he actually didn't know about his diagnosis until 2 years after, in 1987, and the band members actually don't know he's HIV positive until shortly before his death. So I get why they had to do, well, they didn't have to, but the reason they did it is probably to end on a cliffhanger, on a high note. By the way, if you're really interested in the movie, the Live Aid performance is definitely one of the highlights. And if you go back and you watch the original one on YouTube, which I did, that one's even more crazier. So that's one. The other one that I think they changed just to fit the narrative is in the movie, Freddie Mercury wants to record his own solo album, which basically fractures and divides the group and breaks them apart. Whereas in real life, the drummer, forgive me, I'm not remembering that man's name, he actually releases 2 solo albums. So that kind of defeats the whole purpose of Freddie Mercury driving a wedge between the group for doing his own album, because this guy already did. There's some other stuff. I think the song "We Will Rock You" in the movie, they kind of make it seem like they made that song in the 80s, but I think in real life they did it in 1977. But anyway, that's it. If you want to know more about the inaccuracies or the accurate stuff, of course you can Google or Wikipedia that. But those are the 2 glaring ones, I would say. So besides that, what do I think of the movie? Very bombastic. I'm a big fan of like musical pieces. Overall, it was really good. It was like I think sometimes people have too high of an expectation of when they go watch a movie. It's just, for me, I just want to be entertained and to have a good time. So I think that movie definitely does it. Rami Malek, I think, did an awesome job as Freddie Mercury. Definitely brought personality, swag, kind of a don't care about what society and other people think of you, because like, as a rock and roller, you have to kind of portray the epitome of masculinity. But in the movie, it's kind of like a little bit feminine, wearing makeup, wearing girls' clothes, but doesn't care, just having a good time. Especially the teeth. The teeth are like, because that is one of the accurate things. He portrays his overbite, and in real life, Freddie Mercury did have an overbite, and he actually didn't want to fix it with dental work because he thought the extra space allowed him to sing in such a profound way, awesome way. So I thought that was really good. The woman who played Mary Austin, forgive me, I don't remember that actress's name. I thought she did a really good job too. Kind of, playing the wife and then the lifelong friend. Mike Myers had kind of a small role as the CEO, I'm not sure, of the company, who didn't like Queen's music. Now, that's one of the inaccurate things because he played a fictional character called Ray Foster, who actually was based on a guy, I'm forgetting his name, and he didn't like the music, he thought it was pretentious, he didn't understand it, he didn't think radio would accept it, but in real life, the guy that it was based on actually really enjoyed Queen's music. So again, I think it's kind of another one of those Hollywood's way of implementing something to create more conflict and drama. Besides that, oh, and I also don't know if there was a Paul character in the movie, the guy who is like the hanger-on and very devious and underhand, just does whatever it takes to get the goal accomplished. I would have been really interested because before this version, I think Sacha Baron Cohen was going to play the role of Freddie Mercury. I would have been really interested in his take on it because I do think he's a really good actor. Not that Rami Malek didn't do a good job, but I thought that would have been interesting, and he wanted to play a more graphic version of him, supposedly. It would really play up like I don't know if it's homosexuality or bisexuality, but I think that would have been interesting. But with these kind of, I'm not really expecting like an A&E 100% historical replication of Queen and Freddie Mercury. You go in knowing that there's gonna be shouldn't be fabrications, but maybe minor tweaks or what have you. And with these, it's always two things. You're expecting like 100% accurate Daniel Day-Lewis, I am Abraham Lincoln portrayal, or sometimes you have actors who just kind of want to put their own flavor on something, like something ridiculous like Will Ferrell as Bush. I have no idea why I used him as an example, but you get my meaning. But overall, I thought the movie was really good. Great musical performances, really bombastic. Again, Rami Malek did a really good job of just portraying like maybe the swag, the insecurity, the vulnerability, I thought. And obviously, I'm going to compare it to A Star is Born because that's the last movie I saw, and that was also a music-driven performance. And if you want to see the review on that, check it out down below for my impressions and rants. But overall, I thought it was quite enjoyable. You probably want to go back and listen to some of the original Queen's music. Definitely check out the Live Aid performance. And overall, out of a 1 out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 or an 8. So yeah, I definitely recommend to go out and watching the movie. So what are the next movies that I'm interested in seeing? Definitely got to see Creed. My boy Michael B. Jordan is killing it right now, and definitely want to see the continuation of the legacy of Rocky. And the other movie I'm going to probably see is called Into the Spider-Verse, the animated Spider-Man movie. It's really interesting if you think about it. Marvel, they're killing it in the live action movies. But their animated movies, I've just not been up to snuff at all. And if you go to DC, it's totally the opposite. The live action movies, with the exception of, I would say, Wonder Woman, although I do have high hopes for Aquaman, have been straight up trash. And their animated movies have been really good. Justice League, War, all the other stuff. So I'm interested to see what they can do in the future. So anyway, that's it for your boy right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!